That's so true, cousin. And this is what I'm starting to realize. And I don't think you guys are realizing it too. The whole point of life and this reality that we've been living, it has not been about the American dream. It is not. It has been all about spiritual warfare. Now, stay with me because this is going to explain so much of all the disconnected parts that we are seeing fall through. The food quality, no real good jobs, everything. So the first thing that the enemy did was walk amongst humans and tried to figure out how they could possess them, right? The first thing they did is learn that humans will be offended. Once you are offended, then you are up for possession, meaning that the dark side, the darkness comes in. Now, if you've ever been offended, and this is so true, this is going to take some type of self-check for yourself. Once you are offended, now you have negative thoughts. Now you are doing things and saying things out of spite. Now you are no longer being you. That's step number one. Step number two here in America was to perpetuate the spirit of gluttony. The spirit of gluttony, meaning that we want all the food. We want all the clothes. We want all the name brands of everything because it is a taught behavior. It's passed down to generation, right? Right. Now we have two things that stop us from walking into our spiritual divine, right? Right. So if I can get this spiritual being, because we all have a spiritual guide within us, our soul, not the flesh, who you are truly on the inside. Okay? We all have that. If the enemy can come, the darkness can come, possess you from offending you, then you are shown firsthand how to be a glutton. What you buy, the commercials that you consume. That's why none of us saw the label contains a bioengineered food ingredient, because we trust the commercials. Our parents trust the product, so therefore we stop reading. Right. And now that we have this bioengineered food ingredient, which is addictive, by the way, which causes you to overeat. Now you're binding your spirit to your flesh, and the flesh is taking over. Right. Then we have the school systems teaching us you're in control of your life. You can live the American dream. All you have to do is take control. That's 3 steps to walking us from our divine intervention. This life is not what it appears to be. This life is all spiritual warfare to stop you from walking into your true spiritual divine self. That's all that it is. And a lot of us are feeling the weight of it. We're feeling the pressure at the end of this year. Why? Because diamonds are made out of pressure. You just got to walk into your divine self. You got to stop letting your flesh take over. Stop being so offended. People like to call it triggers, whatever it is you want to call it. Do not get offended. If you feel yourself get offended, say, oh, wait a minute. Let me catch it. And smile. When you feel the spirit of gluttony, because every time I talk about the bioengineered food, all I keep seeing in the comments, and y'all can go check them, but it's so expensive and you don't get so much of it. Stop living in that scarcity mindset and that gluttony mindset, because that is binding your spirit, so your flesh just wants more and more and more. Stop. So you can walk into your true divine self. Let your spirit lead you. You don't need control, because us controlling this, we never have. But the more that you try, the less likely you're going to get where you want, where you need to be, where God wants you to be. It's a spiritual warfare. And if I'm lying, let me know in the comments. If I'm lying, let me know in the comments.